Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, MJ's Nia. Welcome to the channel. So we're going to talk about two things. It has two topics that involve some young people. The first one is going to be about the runner who speaks out after she was hit on the head during the race, and then also the runner hit with a baton by a fellow runner speaks out as well. And then we're going to talk about the stylist who dragged the teen client back over a payment dispute. So we got some topics here. So first thing first, let's go ahead and start off with the high school track athlete charge after opponent hit with the baton. Yes, we're gonna first start off with the runner who was hit first, and then we're gonna go to the one who's defending herself. So let me play this video for you.
Whacked during a relay, a high school runner hit another runner in the head with a baton during a track meet.
ABC's Janae Norman has the story.
Junior Kaylin Tucker was running the second leg of the 4x200 relay in the Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking incident happened.
That's when she hit me with the baton.
Watch again as you see the two sprinters running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head.
The whole Coliseum pretty much gasped. I just jumped up out of the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor.
The 16-year-old was later diagnosed with a concussion. The family says neither the athlete who struck Kaylin nor the other team's coaches checked on Kaylin or reached out afterwards.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
The other runner, who attends IC Norcom High School, has not been named. Kaylin's parents say Norcom's athletic director and the girl's father apologized in a phone call, but they're still waiting for the opposing athlete and her coaches to reach out.
We definitely want the coaches and a personal apology from the actual athlete as well, because it's only right.
The Virginia High School League saying in a statement, "We thoroughly review every instance like this," adding, "The VHSL membership has always made it a priority to provide student athletes with a safe environment for competition."
And that was ABC's Janae Norman. Kaylin's parents say they are waiting to see what disciplinary action will be taken against the other athlete before they decide on their next steps.
Now, you clearly can see that she's getting hit in the head, right? I want you guys to see this. I'm not quite sure why, but this video is on 360. It's not at 720 or 1080, so I'm not quite sure why this video is like that. That's how it was uploaded. But I'll try my best to clear it up as much as I can. But yes, y'all clearly can see that, right? So now we're gonna go to the girl who actually had the baton in her hand, the young lady that hit the other young lady in the head. We're going to go to her side of the story because now she speaks out.
A high school senior is facing a misdemeanor charge after an incident that took place during a track meet. And a warning, some viewers may find the following video disturbing. The incident from a Virginia State Championship relay race last week has made headlines. You can see Alaia Everett appearing to use her baton to hit her competitor, Kaylin Tucker, from a different school in the head. Tucker told our affiliate in Roanoke, Virginia, she was diagnosed with a concussion and possible fractured skull. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Stephen Romo. Stephen, first off, what are both girls saying about this incident?
Yeah, Clay, as you can imagine, there are a lot of opinions about this one, but local affiliates were able to speak with both girls. Alaia Everett, the one running with that baton in her hand, says that what happened, basically, Kaylin Tucker was just too close to her and she lost her balance. And while she was pumping her arms while running, ended up hitting her with that baton. It is hard to watch, as you mentioned. We also know that we have this apology situation that has not been resolved yet. First, though, let's listen to Alaia, what she had to say to Wavy TV, our affiliate there.
Got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
Now, Kaylin and her family have said that they have not received an apology yet from Alaia. Alaia says that after the meet, she was shuffled off, didn't get to do it, and that she is blocked on social media. We also know the NAACP is speaking out against this, specifically about the law enforcement involvement in this, saying that that is not necessary. We also know that local authorities there in Virginia, the governing board of these sports, are also looking into this incident. Just a very unfortunate situation, in Clay.
All right, Stephen Romo with those latest developments. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on.
So you hear her side of the story. She said the girl was getting up on her. You heard it from her that she was trying to push her away. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Now we're gonna go back. Now we're gonna go back to the full interview of the runner who speaks out after she was hit on the head during the race. I'm gonna see if I can find the girl who actually was hitting, because her parents also speak out too, because they have several interviews. This family right here only have 2 I've seen, so I'm gonna play this.
Tell me about the girls you run with, first of all. What do you like about the girls you run with?
They're wonderful. They're very uplifting. Anytime something happens in the relay, they tell me keep my head up, keep going. We have more stuff to work on, so they're very supportive.
The start of the race, how did you feel like your team was doing? Were you you think you were in position to get the win?
Yes, it usually goes out like that. Like when we go over first leg, we're usually like first or second, and then I try to like get the lead back up, so we're at least like still keeping the first and second lane.
Gotcha, that's good. And so I've seen the video. From what I can see, you're coming through 3, coming around to 4, and you're really starting to kick it up a notch there and pick up some spots. How are you feeling at that point?
I just know how to do what I have to do. I have to pass them and just get my team back in first place.
Now I know this is going to be tough, but if in your words, can you kind of describe what happened as you were coming through 4 there when the incident happened?
So on the back curve, I had kind of got cut off, and I tried to pass it the first time. So I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her. So as we were coming up in the middle of the curve, we were bumping arms a lot. So I got a little bit more on the outside of the curve to go around her. When I finally pushed through to get in front of her, that's when she hit me in the head with the baton.
And the bumping of arms, that's pretty common for a race when you're racing alongside her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so she hits you and you go down. I mean, first of all, just what's your immediate reaction? What can you remember?
I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what happened. I just know I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track.
I know that's tough, and I'm sorry. First of all, I hope you're okay. We'll talk about that in a second. Mom, I know I've seen your video, amongst others. Coach McKinley gave that to me. What are you thinking? First of all, as she's coming through the turn, how is she looking to you as someone who's probably seen her run a lot?
Oh yes, but like she stated, she is a second leg, and we're used to watching her just pick up where there's any slack. So as she was coming through the curve, I was like, I told my husband, I said, she's doing what she do. She's gonna be all right. They're gonna get back where they need to be. And as she's coming around the curve, as she comes out the curve, and you can see them kind of bumping each other, but like that's this competition, so we expected that. But as she pulled away, just to see the strike, it just, even in our whole section, like the whole section just gasped. We had family come from out of town. Her godparents were here from Myrtle Beach and things, and everybody just gasped because they couldn't believe it. And then when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. I just knew I had to get to her.
So you came out of the bleachers?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it like when you got on the track when you were talking to her?
When I got on the track, the medic had already been there and asked her if she could stand and kind of like walking off to see if she was going to be dizzy or anything. She never completely passed out, just kind of fell off the track. And then, of course, like she said, she was in disbelief. So she was kind of hysterical because she just couldn't believe that's what had happened. So
you come off the track. First of all, so you're getting evaluated by the medical staff. Did anybody from the opposition apologize, make any sort of checks on you, anything like that?
No, not at the time. No one that came on checked on me or anything.
Okay. So has anybody offered any sort of explanation or anything from a VHSL standpoint? I'm just curious what has been said to you, if anything.
I actually, yesterday when we came home, I reached out to VSL. I knew it was after hours, but I left a message and I sent an email, telling them what had happened. We did get a call back this morning from VHSL, saying that they had received the message and they were investigating and they were, working with the schools. We don't know all of the actions that's going to be taken, at this time, but I think my whole thing was, no apology. Like no coaches, no athlete, no anything, even if it was an accident, which I don't believe it was an accident, but nothing. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt and nobody came to check on her.
That's something. From your standpoint, tell me how you're feeling now. Obviously today you get checked out. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. I still have a little headache, but I don't like the fact that it's taking me away from track.
Yeah, I mean, that basically ended your season. Right?
Yeah.
That was your last event. I'm sorry. You said the VHSL is investigating because they haven't responded to my 3 phone calls.
Yes, they are investigating. I guess they're just getting everything together. So
Gotcha.
We're just waiting to see what the disciplinary action will be.
Gotcha. You don't have to answer this next question. I'm just going to ask it because it came up in the newsroom. Someone said, that could have been a criminal charge for assault. Has anything like that crossed your mind as of yet?
It's always on your mind.
Right. And especially when there was, no apology. So I guess that was like the major thing for me. Just check on my child. Of course, everybody gives their opinion about what they think you should do, but that's also somebody else's child. And I want to take that into account as well. Yes, she definitely struck my daughter more than once, but she is somebody else's child as well.
As much as either of you are willing to tell me, what's the latest from the doctors on your condition? You said you got examined today.
Yes, we took Kaylin to the doctor today. She does have a slight concussion, and still with the headaches. They did say she would have to be cleared 24 hours without a headache before they could clear her away from concussion. So no track right now. Also, they examined her where she was struck. It is swollen, and there is a possible fracture, skull fracture. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait till the swelling go down and possibly go back and do some imaging just to see exactly what that's going to be.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I understood. Mm-hmm. I didn't say anything 6 o'clock. I heard possible. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about how you're feeling right now. So you have to take some time off. It kind of ended your track season. Just how do you feel 24 hours later about everything that happened?
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, everyone's texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
I know things happen, but clearly this crossed the line. Mm-hmm. If you had a chance to say something to this person, what would you say to them today?
Why did you do it, and why haven't you apologized yet?
I love the fact that they still have grace on the girl. They're not calling her out her name. They just want to know why there was an apology. They even asked her, I forgot what charges it was, being pressed, but they're not even going to do that. But they do want the other family to pay for the bills, but they're not going to press charges. They're just, they're being very, they're being really nice about this situation, because other people wouldn't have been very nice about this situation. Now, I want to go find the other video where the young lady was talking with her parents, the one who had the baton in her hand. Let's go hear from her. I want to go show y'all something. So when I went here and said, girl, his runner with baton speaks out, I only saw this one video. They have, the other family has done Good Morning America. They have done ABC 7 News. And you can tell these are different because of, because they have to do their interview for her. And these people up here did. You can tell how the way they move. Like this one here has another family member. It's just very odd to me. But yeah, they have a lot of interviews. Like, what? So this is the girl's full interview. I hope they show her I don't know if they show her parents, but I on this one, but let me see. Yeah, I don't think it goes to her parents, which is weird. But yeah, because she's been crying, I just want to bring out a lot of people have been showing her some sympathy. Some haven't online, but there has been sympathy for her. So let me play this one for you guys.
You can't go back to regular hoodies. They're slightly weighted, super oversized. It's that perfect fit that makes you feel.
Tonight, the community is rallying around the Portsmouth athlete at the center of this viral video. The clip appears to show icy Norcom track star Alaia Everett hit another runner with a baton during a state championship race earlier this month. Everett, who is now facing a misdemeanor assault and battery charge, tearfully addressed the crowd tonight, saying what happened was an accident. But the family of the athlete who got hit says the strike left her with a concussion. Shane Fordham has more.
The community held a rally today here at IC Norcom High School to show support for Alaia Everett and her family.
We stand for Alaia Everett! We stand for Alaia Everett! This is a good time to show that we can stand behind this young lady and show we support her.
Alaia Everett was running the 4x200 event in the Virginia High School League Championships when the incident happened. The video shows Everett swing a baton, which made contact with Brookville High School junior Kaylin Tucker in the back of her head.
I just felt a bang on my head, and then I fell off the track immediately.
Alaila's father, Genoa Everett, says the incident was accidental and Tucker came too close to his daughter when coming around the curve, causing Alaia to lose balance. Tucker's mother told ABC News she doesn't believe it was an accident.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
On Wednesday, we learned from the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office from the city of Lynchburg that a petition was issued for assault and battery. Since the footage has gone viral, the Everett family says Alaia has received backlash from across the nation and has even received death threats.
It bothered me to my heart to see how the whole world was dragging this young lady based on what they thought they saw.
The Everett family has experienced racial slurs, they've experienced death threats, and we think unequivocally that those things are unacceptable.
The NAACP released a statement this week saying they are currently reviewing the circumstances surrounding the case, and in the meantime, they send their prayers and best wishes to Alaia Everett and her family.
We feel, and we've seen throughout history, how the legal system can marginalize our people. We're not going to allow that to happen to Alaia and her family.
In Portsmouth, Shane Fordham, 13 News Now.
We reached out to the Tucker family about the charge last night. They declined to comment and asked for space while the case moves to court.
So it sounds like they went on ahead and pressed charges because I came across this video by mistake. There was another one I wanted to show you with the family. I should have showed that one first before all of this. It seemed like her town is her people over there is standing up for her. And I guess now the other family is gonna press charges after all this because there's no apologies. It's just, oh, this other girl, she's crying. Like, honey, you're not the one with the concussion. You're not the one who, well, you probably are out of track, but the other girl, she can't even run track now. She's the one with the concussion and everything. So why? I mean, you need to go apologize and say, hey, you did something wrong. And the fact that her parents and these people around, they're crying and they're upset, they're letting her see that you can make mistakes, big, huge mistakes in life, and there's no consequences behind. No, there is consequences behind doing this. If she feels so sorry and she didn't meant to do it, then she should go apologize to the other young lady. This series, I was actually feeling a little sympathy for both of the families, but now after this family here, like, why are y'all? It's wrong that people are sending death threats, but at the same time, why haven't y'all apologized to the other family? Y'all want sympathy? People are not going to be sympathy with you. They're going to give you sympathy online. That's just how it is. So I want to bring out that the girl who was her family with the baton, they've been having interviews. The other girl who got hit in the head with her family, they only had 2 interviews. I think this girl here had 4 or 5 interviews. Like, there's so many videos. I let you guys see. There's so many videos with, like, she's playing the victim herself. Like, girl, like, you're not the victim, honey. You're the one that attacked somebody else. But let me play. This is the original video that I want to play. That other video, I came by mistake. I'm glad that I showed that to you guys to let you guys see They feel like she did nothing wrong, and she got a whole team of people behind her. But let me play this video for you guys.
Tonight, a Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at a Virginia High School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alaia Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to 10 On Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alaia Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alaia visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alaia says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10 video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alaia.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alaia, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHSL says they are still reviewing the situation, and Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league. Markeisha Jackson, 10 On Your Side.
All right, so that's her parents and her speaking out. So somebody said this generation is cooked. A lack of accountability is incredible. And I went down here and read the comments. You're physically hurt, but you're not thinking about my mental. Self-absorbed little fool. Accident or not, you're not the victim, fool. Looked like she did a wind up before the hit. The parents should be ashamed co-signing this BS. She's playing the victim, and then she's gaslights everyone. You don't understand. You didn't see what you saw. There's another angle. I can't believe they're ruining my life over a 9-second video. Wow, she really doesn't think she should face consequences for her action, and the adults around her are co-signing her life. Oh, now they're all playing victim. Zero accountability. They're going off one angle, then the news editor shows her hitting the girl from the multiple angles. The father complaining about having to drive hours away for their daughter's punishment shows her parents don't take accountability. The only words coming out of her mouth should be an apology. I said the same thing. It should be an apology. A lot of people are not, I'm sorry, I don't have no sympathy, especially after what I saw, because maybe I was like, okay, maybe she's going to say, she didn't even apologize. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, maybe they're going to come. There's no apologies. I've been sitting here trying to look and find some. There's no apology. All right, so there's Portsmouth rally. I want to see if anybody down here has any sympathy for this, because this is 14 hours ago. So that's the one that was breaking news. I didn't even know. I just came across this. So it says, disgraceful stuff. She deserves jail sentence for sure. What the heck? Did I see that Alaia started a GoFundMe for herself? How about she start GoFundMe to fund the medical bills for the victim? This is crazy. So there's a GoFundMe? Oh, we got to look that up. See, this is why I said I can't have no sympathy for this girl right now. I was trying to have a little sympathy, see if they were going to apologize. Now y'all have a GoFundMe for you. You need one for the girl that you attacked. I'm sorry. I know you might say you did it by accident. You need to apologize to her. Accident or no accident, you still need to apologize to her. You are the one that did the damage here, hun. You're not the victim. Someone said she's not the victim. Stop pushing propaganda. She commented assault, charge her, and lifetime ban. Crocodile tears. She keeps making it all about her, but you don't see the victim trying to be on TV every 2 seconds. That's what I was bringing out. The victim is not having all these I showed you guys earlier where she's having all these interviews. She's with Good Morning America. Like, girl, why are you having all these interviews? You said that it was an accident, so why do you need to keep having all these interviews? Then somebody said, lame AF, hold that girl accountable. The video doesn't lie. She stopped making excuses for her behavior. So people are not, even with this, the town who's round behind her, people are not here for this BS. I'm sorry, they're not. And they're not lying. They're not lying. I find it very odd that she's having all these interviews. Look at this. This girl's having all these interviews. Y'all can go ahead. Let me know what y'all viewpoint on that. I already tell you my viewpoint on it. She needs to apologize. She needs to pay the bills. Let me see this GoFundMe. Because y'all don't say she got a GoFundMe. Let me see. Wait. Stand for Alaia. Oh, wait. Yes, there is. There's a GoFundMe for her. Please help us raise funds to support, I think her name was Alaia Everett, in this dark time. These funds will contribute to the vindication of our daughter. We really appreciate your support. Wow. I thought y'all were lying. She has a GoFundMe. She has a GoFundMe. You see what I'm saying? Let me go on to the next thing. Y'all, I done give y'all the information what y'all need to hear. You guys decide if this girl, I know if she didn't do it on accident, if she did it on accident, I do believe she needs to take an apology. She needs to apologize to the young lady, and she needs to pay for the hospital bills. I'm going on to the next story. The next one is about the hairstylist charge after video shows her dragging teen client accused of not paying. Yet again, another incident. Here we go with some teenagers. All right, let me play this video for you guys.
Viral, a Prince George's County hairstylist facing charges after she was seen dragging a 15-year-old client. She claims the teen didn't pay for service. 7 News' Carl Willis is hearing from both sides tonight.
Well, this video has gone viral. A 15-year-old girl being handled by her hairstylist. But attorneys for both teens say there's more to the story. A 15-year-old girl getting dragged by her hairstylist in Prince George's County, who claims the girl tried to run off without paying the $150 for a 4-hour service. And now we are hearing from the attorney representing the 18-year-old hairstylist, Jayla Cunningham, in her criminal case, who says the video may look bad.
Looking at it with the untrained eye, it does look concerning.
But he also says it does not reveal Cunningham's intent in that moment.
One thing is important that I think folks need to understand is in Maryland, the law requires proof of an intentional or offensive, harmful contact. She's a business owner. I think it's important to note she was protecting her business interests. And the other thing that's important is she's 18 years old.
I was appalled. Honestly, I don't know how else to put it in words.
The attorney representing the 15-year-old in the civil portion of the case says the child has suffered physically and psychologically, and says her client never tried to leave without paying.
What I can say is there was a misunderstanding. The stylist was paid, and we are refuting that contention.
We don't have the full video. We don't have the video of this young lady running away.
But the video we do have has been shared thousands of times.
I would assume or imagine that a situation like this would be traumatic, especially for a 15-year-old child. Unfortunately, she has been opened up to being criticized.
It's also alleged that Cunningham cut out the weave that she just installed in the girl's hair. Does that not border on assault?
I'll have to review the video again. Quite frankly, again, the clip was very, very fast.
Cunningham's next court appearance on the assault charges is set for April 18th. In Prince George's County, Carl Willis, 7 News.
All right, so we see her. She's dragging the young girl back in. I want to know, why is she dragging her back in? If the girl claimed that she sent the money to the wrong Cash App, okay, then there should have been, well, okay, since you sent the money to the wrong Cash App, why was there no talk of, of another way of paying it, having her mom come over to pay for it? I mean, there's a reason why she's dragging her back in. Was she running away? I mean, they're saying they don't see the full video. They need to see more things, but why was she dragging her back in? it has to be because she was running away. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only time, because I've heard stories of this before of people running out. I've seen videos of a girl where she was braiding a guy hair and the guy ran out the salon. So that is true. All right, so let's go, because the hair salon, she's speaking out. The hairstylist is speaking out even more on the Shade Room. She was interviewed by the Shade Room. So let me play this video for you guys.
Was a person.
She don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me.
It'd be Jayla Cunningham.
The devil just was working.
She had her 15-year-old client's hair laid, but she says she never got paid. The money was sent to the wrong Cash App.
I never thought she was about to run off.
The girl allegedly ran, so Jayla dragged her from the window to the wall.
Like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
A story millions of you have been talking about on the Shade Room, and y'all are divided about this.
That's not how you treat people.
You made the mistake, so fix your mistake.
And now a Shade Room exclusive. Not only has she been charged with assault, but the Shade Room got the receipts. This is not the first time she's been caught on camera getting scrappy with a customer.
Like, this is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Jayla Cunningham has been doing hair in the DMV area since she was 14 years old. She's 18 now. She says she spent about 4 hours doing this ponytail swoop style on her 15-year-old client, a style that she said she'd never done before. We're blurring out the client's face because she's a minor, but when she did get it done and it was time to get that $150 payment, things got bad, really bad. The client could not pay because her brother sent the money to the wrong Cash App. Things went from 0 to 100 from there.
So he sent the screenshot, and I'm like, that's not me.
There was a serious problem brewing. Stylist Jayla Cunningham said that she gave her client some grace at first and gave her time to figure out how to scrape up the $150 she owed.
I already had 25,000 followers before this, 70 on TikTok, and like, everybody know my name is Jayla. I'm like, that's not me. So she like, oh.
She says the young lady was on the phone with several people trying to get the money sent. No luck.
After her calling a couple times, she was like, I don't have it. That's all I had, and nobody can send it. Can my mother send it in 2 weeks when she get paid? I said, girl, I'm not trying to be petty, but no, like, that's entirely too long. Because like 2 weeks, it'll be time for a new hairstyle. Your mother would be ready to pay for a whole nother hairstyle. Like, in 2 weeks, that's just too long, honestly. So I'm like, no, somebody else got to send the payment. And she's like, well, I don't know what we about to do. And I said, well, the only other thing I can offer is to take out your hair. Like, I'll give you a wash and blow dry, but like, if I can't get the payment, you can't have the service because that was on y'all end and not mine. She like, I do understand that, but I don't want my hair taken out. I like my hair. So I'm just about to get somebody to send it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Then she walked away.
She said she was about to call somebody. She walked out of my eyesight. And I'm like, girl, you got to stay right here. And then I didn't hear a response. So I got up and like peeked my head around the corner, and she wasn't in the salon anymore at all. And then I peeked at the steps. She was halfway up the steps. And mind you, it's nothing up the steps but the exit door. Like, it's nowhere else to go but to leave. So she almost up the steps, and then I started going up the steps. And right when she pushed her hand on the door, she broke running. Like, fast running.
And that's where this video picks up. A video over 70 million people on X have been talking about.
Sit right here until somebody sends it. I'm not playing. You just tried to right? You lucky I beat the out you.
I did grab her by her hood, and I brought her back in the shop. And let me clarify this too, how she even got on the ground. It is steps, how I said it's steps. So like, we was both coming down, and then something happened with our legs, and we both fell on the ground. It's just, I got up.
The client stayed planted on the floor for a few seconds while one of Cunningham's other clients checks to see what's going on.
Now I'm like, what the Because the whole time I thought I was about to get my payment. I honestly feel like whoever she was on the phone with told her to run out. Boom, that was like 20 minutes. Still no payment. I said it again. I'm like, girl, let me take your hair out. Like, because I'm like, at this point, I know I'm not about to get paid now. I'm like, just let me take your hair out. Let me take your hair out. She's like, no, I like my hair. You're not taking my hair out.
She then speaks to one of her family members on speakerphone.
She don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me. What the fuck? No, bitch. Your whole face is going to be on this.
Yeah, she gonna find out when I get there.
I don't get no I ain't finding out shit. Bro, I'm gonna call my uncle right now. Your ass to get left here. Oh, that.
Then I heard like a banging at the door.
It was the police. But before she answered the door,
I told my other client, I'm like, go in my suite in my top drawer and get the scissors. I started walking towards her and she's like, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. I'm like, I'm not trying to put my hands on you. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm getting this damn hair out. When I say I cut it as best as I could because like she was moving. Like she didn't stand and let me cut her hair. Like she didn't want her hair taken out at all. So she was moving.
She says she never once threw a punch, but once she cut the girl's hair, she let her go and proceeded to answer the officer who was waiting outside.
So as a business owner, I know you're still young. There's ways to go about professionalism. Even going after someone with scissors is not necessarily appropriate in some people's eyes when you are conducting business. So when you hear that, I mean, going after someone with scissors, do you think that maybe you should maybe switch up how you conduct business and how you go about these practices?
As a business owner, yes. But I feel like in that moment, like I let the best get to me. But I do feel like I could have went about that way differently. But the only way it would have went differently if I just would have let her, just leave without paying me. And in that moment, I'm like, no, I need my money.
The girl's family shows up a short time later and inform her that this was only a 15-year-old girl.
I never knew her age the whole time. And because I was seeing people say, like, I was picking on her because her age. I only did that because her age, because she was smaller than me. First of all, she was actually bigger than me, even though I am older. And the father, like, he was, like, pulling out a gun and stuff. He's like, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back.
She says no one has physically come back and assaulted her, but the young girl's sister, who's 9 months pregnant, did make a post on Instagram.
And my sister's embarrassed. She got up. She wanted to talk on the phone in private. Now, am I saying my sister should have got up and walked out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. But you got to understand, she's 15. She's never been in a situation like this. What do y'all expect her to do? My sister started walking towards the steps because, she was on the phone trying to figure out how to get the money to the stylist. In the midst of that, the stylist saw her walk out and began to start following her. At this point, it started scaring my little sister, so my sister started to walk. I'm not justifying the fact that she did that. Now, if she felt like my sister was about to run off, why couldn't she just lock the door? Why did you have to drag her? If my sister really wanted to run off, don't you think an Uber would be outside waiting or somebody would be outside waiting on her? Nobody was there. My mother called the police. The police was there before my mother got there, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fear Faker. Our contestants think they know disgust, but can they out-disgust?
She also says that later that night, Cunningham charged the card she had on file for that security deposit.
After all of this, after she dragged my sister, after she cut my sister's hair, she still charged my mother card, y'all. So for all of that, she could have just charged the card from the giddy up.
I do have a question for you. You
Okay.
have a card number on file.
Yes.
You knew that. Could you have just charged her the $150 after it was all said and done?
Yes, that's what I did. But it's like, I remember I told you I cut her hair. So that's why I refunded it.
Before you cut her hair, maybe it could have been a good idea for you to be like, don't worry about cash apping me. I'll just charge the card that's on file.
Right. But with Acuity, that's the booking site. If somebody's card is locked, it's not going to go through. And I didn't even think it was locked or nothing. I genuinely thought she didn't have it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do it right in that moment. I'm like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
What are you going to be doing differently moving forward?
Relocating to like a way more secure building. I feel like everybody, you have to send an ID. The appointment have to match the ID. 18, you got to be 18 or older to come alone. And that already been the case because the sister tried to, pull up my policy and say it take 13 plus. I start at 13 because, like with the styles I do, ponytails, quick weaves and stuff, people like that, and especially for prom and graduation season. It starts at 8th grade. but you have to be accompanied by an adult. That already was the case, but it's like really enforced now.
If you had known that she was under 18, would you have acted differently?
Yes. I probably would have just called the police on my end and just like, I don't know, like get her arrested. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what I would have done, but it's like, I don't think I would have dragged her like that. It's like, Jayla, you're not a minor no more. Even though you was a couple months ago, you're literally not a minor no more.
She admits she reacted out of fear because 3 years ago, she says the same thing happened, but she was the 15-year-old back then and says that an adult woman neglected to pay her. The video has since been deleted on social media, but it did go viral. You can see her chasing her down before the woman threw a punch, and then they got to boop-bopping each other.
Because mind you, in that situation, the lady hit me first. It wasn't even like I attacked her. She hit me first. So I'm just, that's the only thing my mind went to when this happened again.
Despite Cunningham going about this situation much differently, it wasn't enough for her to go unscathed. The girl's family hired an attorney and filed second-degree assault charges against her. Their lawyers sitting down with the Fox News affiliate in Washington, D.C. last week.
The video is horrendous. It's a 15-year-old girl. We're talking about someone's child here, a child who is being dragged across a salon floor.
Before I end this video, I want to say something. I saw this in a new light after her explaining herself. The hairstylist could have done this in a different way. She should have locked the door. I do agree with the sister. She should have locked the door and called the police. She already had this issue already with other people. And let me tell y'all something, hairstylists. A lot of people right now do not like y'all. And the guys who do the barber, they have been saying that you guys have been charging outrageous prices, which her price is very reasonable. But there has been a lot of incidents with hairstylists. This is why I don't go to the hairstylist anymore. I never had an incident, but I just don't go because of the things I've seen when I walked into salons with the arguments and fighting. I don't have time for that because people don't want to pay, or the hairstyle is too much, or somebody is either the customer or the person who's giving the service. Somebody is being unreasonable. So y'all hear the stories, y'all see them online on TikTok. Y'all see them all over social media where women are crying about their hair, and it's just been a mess. Even with the nail salons too. I do my own nails. I buy my own fake nails and put it on my nail. I do my own nails. I do my own hair, my own nails, and that's that. The problem that I have here is they were saying that this lady was a grown woman. She's not a grown woman. She's 18 years old. She's a young adult. And she even said herself, she has to be careful because she's no longer a minor. I'm glad she knows that. Because now she's gonna, and I'm glad she's enforcing now that if you are a minor, you have to come with an adult. And yeah, she should have charged the mother card. See, I didn't know about that. See, this is why I say, I thought she charged the cards and there was no money and the girl had a cash app her. So yeah, this should have been handled in a different situation. And yes, I do believe that if you are a minor, you do need to be accompanied by an adult when you're going to a hairstylist or to a barbershop. I don't care if you're 17. You needed to be going in there with an adult. This is a different time frame because these people are running out. And I told you, I've seen this already where people are running out on the hairstylists because they didn't have the money. They'll run out on them. So I've seen this already on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. This has been an issue. Hairstylist talk and barber salon talk has been after 2020. I have no clue I know what's going on. I don't even say no clue. Times are hard. People need their money. People are on the edge. So pay people to avoid all of this because this is chaos. So I want to put my 2 cents in here before this video wrapped up. Shout out to the Shade Room. I'm glad they reached out to her, and I'm glad that she's going to make better decisions when it comes to teen clients. Because that girl got scared and she was going to run. She was not going to pay that girl. She was going to run. And that's why the girl ran after her. She should have called the police, told who she was, and let it be done. Do not put your hands on these people, y'all. When you have a customer, do not put a hands on them. You wait and let them put hands on you, and then you protect yourself. But don't run and drag, because now this hairstylist is facing a charge. So let me play the rest of the video.
By her jacket for over something as simple as a mistake.
I'm getting death threats. Like, I'm getting so many threats, and people saying, yeah, I'm about to book an appointment with you and I'm gonna run off and see what you do to me. And it's just like, this is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
Jayla Cunningham, she told me that she knows she's wrong and she learned a valuable lesson that day as a business owner, even sending that client an apology. She says she also refunded that $150 to the card on file. Later that night, she did charge that card just to see if it would go through, which it did. She has been issued a summons to appear in court on April 18th on second-degree assault charges, and of course, we'll let you know what happens. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
I'm gonna have to, yeah, I was all for the business owner until I heard the whole story. I'm glad she, told the truth. She didn't lie. I'm very happy with that. But yes, this should have been done in a different way. You already know that people are running off. You need to have a procedure where you lock the door and you call the police. That's it. That's it. Or just call the girl mom and the police. That's it. So let's go ahead and read some of these comments. It says, why do people think that being famous on TikTok is accomplishment? Shot on them. You're a business owner. Take your emotions out and call the cop. That's what I would have done. As a hairstylist, I had a client run out on me before. See, I told you this happens. Do you think for 1 second I was about to chase her through the parking lot? Hell no. She was banned from ever booking with me again. Simple. I had another client waiting and money to get to and change my policy quick. Money up front like the Chinese do. Never thought to put my hands on no one. Exactly. This is why I state, change your policy around. I'm glad she's doing it now. But young people, when you're going into business, make sure you get your money up front. Do not run after people. Let the police charge. Go on to the next person. You're messing up your business and it's giving you a bad look that you're going to fight people if they don't give you money. I can't help but notice that this is how young people think now, that it's just about the money and just fight people over the money. No, you got to call the police. Go on to the next person. This person here, she's probably been a hairstylist for years. She already knows what to do. This girl right here. So shout out to this person here, Erica. So she had a card on a file but dragged a 15-year-old girl. 15-year-old. She lacks emotional intelligence. Report her to the BBB and her license needs to be revoked if she has one. Lesson to be learned on both sides. Thank you. And this also goes for young people. Stop running out the stores because you might get dragged. Somebody might hurt you. I keep seeing this online. But let's go on. He is shady from the windows to the wall. From the windows to the wall. That was funny. From the windows to the wall. That gum in Justin's mouth while he was talking was bothering me. Talking about professionalism. I can't disagree with these people down here. You got to be professional. You can't let money just take over you like that. But like, I'm gonna beat you behind and I'm gonna drag you. You got to have common sense, especially in this time frame where she has gotten threatened. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to be careful how y'all move out here because people are ready to pop, pop, pop and bang, bang, bang. That's it. This is why I don't go to hairstylists anymore because I don't want to deal with this issue. You never know what can happen. You can lose your money. A charge can go through and you can lose that money. And the next thing you know, the hairstylist, she's upset. She's thinking that you're going to run. She's going to fight you. So be careful how the way y'all move around here, especially when y'all trying to go and buy stuff or get something done, get some type of service. If you're a business owner, think before you act. Do not act on impulse. Think. You're a business owner. This is going to hurt her. This is really going to hurt. This is going to make people want, hey, I don't want to go around her. She'll get mad at me if I only have half of the money. So let me know what y'all think about these two topics. There's also the high school track athlete charged after opponent hit with the baton. And also the runner speaks out after she was hit on the head during the race. Let me know what y'all think of these two topics. I'm out. Please, 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 please talk to y'all young people. I've been saying this since the last video that I made. Black people, talk to your children. see what's going on. Like, see how if they're in a scenario or in a situation, if something bad happens, what will your teenager do? Teach them how to make better decisions. Don't have them on the couch crying for being the victim and stuff like that. Don't have them on the couch crying and boo crying and stuff like that because they feel like they are the victim, and they don't want to apologize, but they want to sit on the couch and they want to sit here and cry and stuff like that, and play the victim. Like, we gotta figure out what's going on here. Like, this shouldn't be going on, that this girl here is sitting here crying, playing the victim, and we have the whole community coming behind her like, oh, let's give her a GoFundMe and all this other mess. And yet again, if you're a young person who's a teen, if you're a young person and you want to own a business, you got to know how to conduct yourself as a professional. Okay? We can't be out here just fist fighting over money, all right? But let me know what you think down below in the comment area. But after now, see y'all later. Peace.
Fendi and Adana, Karen, they be sharing all their money, got me wearing fly. Girl, but I ain't asking. They say they love my ass and 7 G's to religion. I say no, but they keep giving, so I keep on taking. And no, I ain't taking. We can keep on taking. I keep on demonstrating my love, my love, my love, my love. You love my lady lumps, my hump, my hump, my hump. My humps, they got you.